Hello and welcome. I made the mistake of not recording any commentary during racing, so now I'm stuck doing a terrible post commentary thing. So yeah, first qualifying lap. It's been bad so far. This is why you don't drive frustrated. So I struggled with this turn specifically a lot. It was better for this time, but yeah, not great. But we've clawed back some time going into the chicane. Yeah, sliding a bit, losing time, but not that bad. But that was bad. Yeah, just the first couple turns are my definite weak points. This was bad. Went very, very wide, and all the time that I'd worked on building up in earlier in the lap is just gone. And braking very early, but getting a good exit. So that puts us, I think it was fourth. Yeah, fourth. And yeah, same again. I managed to not get enough track, which is good, so we still have a chance to improve, but again, very weak opening. And again, very weak turn through there. And braking a lot later this time, but going very, very deep and good exit. Brings us back some time. But I'd done a race before this and it didn't go well, so I'm coming into this race very frustrated, which is never smart. Because if you're pissed off when you're driving, your quality of driving will suffer a lot. Watching this back now, I actually see where I messed up. Could have been further to the outside of the track, but I was very far inside. Final turn is good. Still 9/10 down on my time, but you know, it's okay. I think that puts us back up to P4, so
Chicken flag.
it's not the worst. And moving on to the race, it was an interesting one, it was fun. An okay start. And trying to be very, very cautious through the first corner. And it leads us decently close to the front too. As the pink car goes wide, number 3, and we manage to get through on him. So, position gain, P2. It's a good start. Then I mess up my braking heavily. And that gives the pink car a chance to get back at me. So he's barely right on my rear wheels, and thankfully he backs out because we would have crashed if we tried to go side by side through there. So it's given us a little bit of a gap to the pink car behind us, and now trying to chase down the white car in front of us. Should probably... Oh yeah, I forgot. Big moment, very, very lucky not to crash. And I didn't care too much about keeping this position, I'm just thankful that I only got an off track for that and not slamming the wall. So yeah, just to give a heads up that I'm not a great driver. I'm very new to racing and very new to iRacing, but a mistake from the white car gives the pink car to lead, and now we can try and get a good exit out of this first turn, try and put some pressure on him, which we don't get a good exit, but he makes the mistake himself. But just getting closer to him over the course of that lap, and later on we do get a good exit out of there, and we do have the slight speed advantage to go down the inside of him. Let me get the position. So yeah, bit of a gap now. Close that. Sorry about the Discord ping if that came through. So yeah, we've got a decent gap to the car behind, and not very good through there. Which again is given the opportunity to the car behind to try and go for an overtake. Which I think is basically suicidal. And I make a mistake here. He goes right into the back of me. He spins out. Oops. Yeah, I think I was far too aggressive on my turn in, but I made the mistake in the corner, but then he comes hits the back of me. And there. Carried too much speed. Almost hitting the wall, but we've kept it going, thankfully. But frustration leads to these stupid mistakes, which you'll see here, it cost me a lot. Yellow flag up ahead. Round the corner, and it was the first place car that made that mistake. So I'm kicking myself. If I didn't spin, I would have probably been in first. But what can you do? Except learn from it. Which is what I'm doing. A lot of learning. Only a year ago, played my first racing game. It's only been a month and a half ago that I got iRacing. But we come across the line in P2. Almost spinning after the race is done, but it wasn't my cleanest race. Hopefully we can improve going into the Formula V race. Which I'm alright. I'm alright in these cars, I think. Not comfortable downshifting, and yeah, not a good start to the lap at all. Didn't have much luck qualifying today. Well, it's not really luck, it was my own fault. And I'm probably losing time by sticking in third gear so much, but I find that when I try to go into fourth and then downshift going into some of the turns, I lose the car a lot. I found that in practice. I have tried going into second there, but I don't think it's worth the risk. So yeah, could have been way quicker this lap. And this was pushing on pretty late in the evening, so I'm tired, frustrated, and yeah, my driving is poor, even for my standards. Yeah, and you can see there I mess up the gear change and it goes into neutral. But another chance, second qualifying lap, hopefully keeping cleaner through turn 1. Which we do. It's alright. It's alright. We didn't go off track. We didn't crash. And you know, it's okay. It's okay so far. But nothing special. I do brake a bit earlier here. Try to focus on the exit, which doesn't really work. I'm still losing time. But we're better off than we were on our first lap. So coming into the chicane, very close to tires, I think they are. So aside from the opening to the lap, we are pretty much matching. And here is another place I feel like if I go into 4th, then try to downshift, it's usually ends in a spin. Into neutral again, which loses time. So crossing the line, 142.6. Not terrible. But starting 4th for this race. Was looking at my phone as the lights were going on, so I got caught a bit off guard, I think. Not a great start. Down into 5th place already. But when you're in rookies, all that matters is that you're safe, unlike him, you just hit a wall. Kind of lifting a bit not to get too close instead of a crash up ahead. This guy sends it down the inside. I was impressed. I wasn't even mad. That was it was ballsy. So we've only dropped 1 position from the start. Slow start, but safe, so that's all that matters is your safety rating in rookies. And we're still close to the cars ahead, and there's a crash, and I got caught very off guard, but that's, you know, sometimes being slow isn't the worst in the world. And because the guy ahead has been part of that crash, I've got a better speed. And we just try to stick it to the inside. He backs out. So it's a good overtake. Which I think is us in B3. Quite a bit of curb on the entry there. And once again, my weakness being exposed this first turn. The guy behind is just way more confident. He's way quicker. I make a mistake. He's catching, and he's going to be pretty much side by side almost. And he does try to send it again, but he just does too much, and he hits the wall. So I'm guessing he must have had some suspension damage because it was quite a big hit from that crash. So I'm guessing he's just maybe he's just touched the grass and just lost it, but which is a bit unfortunate because it was fun. It was fun to race against. Nice and clean. So yeah, fast forwarding. Not too much happened this race, I don't think. Just a lapped car making a mistake and does kind of stay just completely in the middle of the road, which kind of caught me a bit off guard. But aside from that, it's a very quiet race and able to just go across the line, P3. And thank you for watching if you made it all the way through my subpar commentary.